The United Nations Emergency Relief Coordinator Stephen O'Brien has urged the international community to do more to help those in need in the Democratic Republic of Congo. The UN estimates that 1.4 million people are displaced in the Kasai region alone following a year of conflict. Concluding a 4-day tour of the DRC, O'Brien said the country has only received a fraction of the funding it needs. CGTN's Denselow has more from UN headquarters in New York.
Stephen O'Brien's message to the international community is clear, that the Democratic Republic of Congo can't be forgotten. Now, the United Nations Emergency Relief Coordinator says millions of people in the DRC are facing violence, malnutrition and disease. Now, an appeal was launched earlier this year to raise $748 million, but the UN estimate that less than 25% of that has been received. That's the lowest figure seen in some 10 years. Now, Stephen O'Brien describes this as insufficient and unacceptable, but this all very much points to a wider problem that the UN is facing. Now, earlier this year, the world body appealed for $4.4 billion in funds to help those facing famine in Nigeria, Somalia, South Sudan and Yemen, but just a fraction of that has been delivered. Now, to address the situation in the DRC, Stephen O'Brien, during that 4-day meeting, met with government ministers as well as UN officials and representatives from donor nations. But faced with an influx of refugees from neighbouring nations, O'Brien says the global community needs to step up and get the funds flowing into the DRC. Denselow, CGTN, New York.